It was a tough decision on which sweatshirt to wear this morning. We were there when they had saved one of the original.
We are raising thousands of dollars for LVHN, Reilly Children's Hospital. So thank you very much. 100% of the ticket proceeds will go with Ann here, and a big check presented by Snoopy ASAP. So we appreciate you being here today. Wish the weather could have been a little bit better, but I don't think that dampened any spirits. Maybe just your hoodies, your park apparel. Never met a cliff I didn't like. But the big story of the year really for us is outside of Hydra, which we'll talk a little bit about, is Wild Water Kingdom. You just have to hear that. I want that to like be in your point when we go home today. Back in 1985, we opened Wild Water Kingdom, which at the time, I don't know if folks knew that it would be as successful as it is. Genuinely love what we're able to do there. I'm not like the biggest water park person in the entire planet, but if I had to pick just one to go to for me, it would be Wild Water Kingdom. A lot of great memories. And did you guys know that we had an inland surfing competition in 1985, and you can actually Google it. I did, and I found some really interesting articles about it. We never brought it back because the surfers did not have the time of their lives. The water park enhancement project this year is really like the big thing that we have going on. So I'm going to hand the microphone to Jessica. She can talk you through that. It will be a new bar experience, a new gift shop experience with trade winds. Actually, you get a little update about schooners too, in some context, which I didn't talk about, and then the water slide.
We are thrilled to have a little bit more capital this year with a water park focus. Like Ryan said, 40 years of Wild Water Kingdom, and it is what I call the engine of our park. It is what makes us go. People come here for the water park more than anything else, I would say at this point. We have a really nice collection of rides in the hard park, but when it gets hot, that's what people want to be a part of. They want to see Wild Water Kingdom. So we will not be renaming these slides. It's kind of more of a retrack, if you will. We're keeping a lot of the same structure, the same footers, but it is from Whitewater West. These two slides, they would be identical to the ones in Cedar Point. It was also put in the same ones because they originally both were the same rides and structure. And as you can see, it's definitely an upgrade. So it's going to be a two-person raft experience. I should say tube experience, not raft. And then we have the whitewater, interesting different spots throughout, which will give you different effects as you're going through the tunnels. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I think there's another picture, something like this, right? So when you're going through, it'll give you a different experience, and it'll be something that I think will be new here at the park. I think this will be a major upgrade. And Lightning Falls is front and center in our water park. When you walk down the pathway, it's right there on the hill. I think it'll be a statement piece. It'll be very photographable, and I think our guests will love it. All right, so we are moving the bar schooners into the old retail space. 21 is a concept that's been rolled out by our company. I think Kings Island opened one last year. There might be another park, but it will now take this place, and there'll be indoor seating. So if you need to take a load off and cool off and sit down and enjoy a drink, it'll be much nicer this year. And I have been told over and over that we don't offer that in a lot of the places here at this park, a chance to get out of the elements. So this will be a nice reprieve and something nice for our guests. And the retail location, we are moving that to the other side from where it currently is, to where schooners and the subway is. So all the retail will now be based across the street, if you will. I am not a real estate retail expert. I started in ride operations, so in retail, how high you can merchandise is a pretty important thing, and how far you can go up the wall. And if you look at the old one where we were before, the ceiling was really low. I think it was not even 8 feet. So it was really limiting in what merchandise we could put in there. And it was causing a lot of logistical challenges for our staff because there was no storage. We had a shed behind the fence, behind the site fence that we had that they would regularly have to resupply inventory throughout the day. It just wasn't ideally set up. I don't know if you can tell from the water park, it used to be a front gate, so they've converted into these other locations, and now we're just trying to make better choices with our space, because space is important. I'll give you an idea of what the inside will look of the store, and I'm really excited that it's going to be a much better experience for people while they're shopping and finding their needs here at the park. So once again, you can kind of see the areas that are affected. We will walk you out there today and show you guys those locations.
We are still doing summer nights. We're just changing the name to kind of be aligned more with some of our new sisters and brothers.
To demonstrate what the event really is.
Right, and also like summer nights, we were thinking is like way too English for a primarily Spanish-speaking Hispanic Latino event. So Viva La Fiesta will be the new name this year. You're gonna get a lot of the same great entertainment. We're working with Luis Salgado again, who some of you folks may have seen in some of our social media posts. So Rumba Mena will be back, as well as Manteca Blue, who gave us a lot of that authentic entertainment, which I love. It's really great. It felt really authentic food, authentic entertainment. And one of the reasons we brought in Luis is because we didn't want to sit around as a group of people who aren't Hispanic and Latino and talk about that event without bringing in somebody who actually has lived the culture and has experienced it firsthand. And so I think we did really well with that. Halloween Haunt will be back this year as well. My favorite event. Jessica's my favorite event. She's not allowed to pick favorites. It's my favorite event. Here at Dorney Park, our team is really great. Jess, you want to talk about Float on the Bayou and Acropolis a little bit? Just kind of getting a rework and kind of reimagining what we're doing in that space a little bit?
Not a lot that I can say at this point. I want some things to be a surprise, but we are going to do some upgrades to Float on the Bayou. It's a little dated. And in Acropolis, we're going to be switching it a lot. How you enter, basically where you're coming in. If you're familiar with where you enter now, that's where you'll be coming out. And we're going to swap the line. And I think it'll make it a little bit unique. Once again, it's a great experience, and some upgrades there as well.
A list of the events for the season. Got Tricks and Treats, Haunt, Viva La Fiesta, Star Spangled Nights. We are doing the food truck food drive again. That'll be on April 26th. That's another charitable initiative through the Dorney Park Cares team. It's really great for folks who get to come. You just hang out in the parking lot. You get to watch the rides as we sort of really usually are running them sometimes for the first time, at least for training for operations. So that's really exciting. And Hydra's 20th anniversary is also this year. You're going to get a lot of that on this tour today, a lot of behind the scenes. So we're really excited for that. It's a great ride. I pulled some photos from when we actually built it, and I'm sure Paul was here when we built it. He was. Thumbs up. 2005 and 2025. What's that?
What are you saying?
I'm saying Paul is very well tenured here at Dorney Park. And you saw the merchandise out there. I want to do a call out one more time that it is available for purchase. So as you exit today, if you really want to be one of the first ones to grab some Hydra 20th gear or some of the new Iron Menace gear or that awesome stuffed animal that's over there on the table in the corner, you can do so today. And that's just the logo that you're using for merchandise. Oh, cool news about Talon. Did you want to share this news about Talon?
Oh man, yeah.
You said, oh man,
Yeah.
this is the last thing, I promise.
So, Talon. Once again, I am a ride operations person. And so when I got here, and we have these weird gates everywhere that the operators have to be like, push. I'm like, oh man, what are we doing? So we've been taking our time to put air gates on rides, and Talon is getting air gates this year. So that should speed up this small thing. But I'm very, very jazzed about it. Kylie is too, I can see. You will be too, once the ride capacity is better and throughput gets improved because of it. So, small things.
Finally, I'm done.
side.
I was really.
Any guesses? Not that much. But we go through fluid just to make this part spooky each year. We have 75 fog machines that do that throughout the whole. It doesn't seem like a lot, but like I said, we do a lot with a little. And then, yeah.
Good.
I would love to make like a hybrid costume. I think that'd be really fun.
I think maybe take all the pictures that you want. There's all kinds of fun examples. Everything that we make in-house is on the tables. And basically it's a chemical company that sells all things that you need to make. So all of our stores, I have anywhere from 16 to 20 makeup artists during lunch. And they each have about 15 minutes to do a full face makeup on each character.
No, I haven't been back here.
Oh, they said all the way in, so you can get everyone inside.
Oh my god, dude! Wait. That's so cool.
Alright, let's start. Okay, the process down here is called NDT. For those who aren't familiar with what it is, it's called non-destructive testing. It's basically our way of checking shafts, parts, all of the welds and stuff to make sure that there's no cracks or imperfections in them that we need to be fixed or the shaft needs to get replaced. One method is called night particle testing, which is basically we take the shaft, it's sprayed with like a liquid or dust, and you put a night into it, and you can look at it under a black light in a dark room, and if there is an indication or crack, it would glow in that location. Over there on the bench, for those who are interested, we kind of have a little layout of all of the black bar components. Those are all the little fingers and stuff that work together. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, maybe have any questions? Got about 2 weeks left in here, and then it'll be back up.
I was also a question.
Yeah. So you'll see it when we go out there the rest of the day, we'll walk to the storage bay. But there is a crane basically that comes down to put a. See what you're NDT, you're right now. That would brain it down? Yeah. Maybe. Some stuff has to get stripped of paint, with some of that makes
Me? There is enough programs.
You know how they do this thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to the Talon storage and transfer area. We're gonna go. You can use a torque gun, digital torque gun, torque wrench, old-fashioned way, or one of these, a torque multiplier. It's a feet. 90% of this jack we use hand reaches to get up to. The other 10% or so we just look in and up. These are some of the fastest.
Walk around the ring right here. They're doing good. The barriers, you can come in here, walk around the ring if you want. Here, just don't go upstairs, just lock off.
Yeah, this has been put through, all the bolts have been replaced.
This is also acceptable as a post-visual inspection. It requires one certified FAA pilot.
I feel like we kind of balance it out. Because like there's days where I'm walking faster than you, and there's days where you're out running me. So I know. It's kind of cool learning about like what they do.
And I am the director of in-park revenue, which means I run both retail and also food and beverage. So I do everything in the park where you spend money. The first two buildings that you see is Tradewinds and what was Schooners and Subway here. That store, very surprisingly, does just about as much money, at least during the summer, as Good Time Gifts, which is crazy when you think about the size of that store. And that's like really the entrance exit store. It's supposed to make the most money, right? The problem is that if you've ever tried to shop in that store, it is tight. It is tight. There's two different cash wrap areas. It's a little bit of a confusing way to shop. It's not like naturally intuitive because of the way it's situated, that it's in an L shape. It's not ideal. We wanted to do a lot of work in there, and we wanted to raise the roof because we can't merchandise appropriately. So if you look at this building, you see there's like the bird's nest that's right there. There's a ton of electric and different things that are running through this building. But when the park first opened, this was the entrance, the front gate to the park. That's why it looks like this, right? You came through here, these were the turnstile areas, and there's a ton of like electric and power, or electric and network that are going through this entryway. And because of that, and the things that are, the resources that are in this roof, we could not raise the top of the building any higher than where it is. So we had some talks about, do we just demolish the building and kind of start over to make the store what it should be? Or the easier route would be to take these two buildings and just swap them. Which actually sounds easier than it really is. It is a ton of work to do this. This building is going to become the bar area. This building is going to become the entire gift shop. So doing this, you can see what it's going to look like. The outside doesn't change tremendously so, but if you look, there's some drawings of what the inside will look like. It'll be a straight shot of shopping inside, and there will be one centralized cash wrap, and there will be a much more efficient flow for both the guests and the associates together. So now, one cohesive gift shop. The other thing that'll happen is if you see this opening in the awning here, the awning is gonna, so the old slide, slide A, which is the one on the right, that was 456 feet, and then the other one on the left, like illusions for the sunlight and the shadows coming in. And then if you look at this piece on the bottom, it's kind of like a translucent piece of glass. So no stairs or anything like that. So the manufacturer gives us certain parameters, and then when we're commissioning, we make sure to test, the ends of those parameters as well. Good question.
The UV unit, this catches anything that chlorine doesn't kill. Inside here, there's two UV bulbs. They burn super bright. This is pretty acid and CO2. 3 doors down is the VFDs. They're electrical drives for these pumps. They're great. It's variable, so they can go all the way down to like 2 hertz, all the way up to 60, 70 hertz. And it's good for a while, but eventually the perlite runs out of its life. So, and the perlite's like a white powder, but it's coarse like sand. So if you get really sure. So it's the only thing is they get
Just like they're giving you the French fry.
Panel view screens and stuff that we use for troubleshooting and maintaining of the rides, especially during ride stoppages during the season. So the first thing we're going to look.
There. Yep. I get pictures of that.
Yeah, they are. That's what they are doing as for Hydra. Did you know there?
I never walked on this. I thought you said you did.
Yep, that's good. I like the similar.
Not every day you get you on your favorite roller coaster. Awesome. All right.
Good. Is it good? Yep. All right.
The green color.
Yeah, you're gonna be on Hydra, like say yourself.
Yep. Yep. That's right.
Fully roller coaster.
Yep. That's right. There you go.
Yep.
That's so hard to
I
believe.
still remember, yeah.
We're 21 now.
Shot. Look at this.
There's a staircase.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good shot. I was sad to see it. When I watched the videos, I was like, oh, I was only 2 years old and they took us to ride it.
Yeah, what video?
Oh, I thought he married both of them.
Wait.
I thought Cliff, you married both of his parents.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh, wow.
Remain seated, facing forward, keeping your head against the headrest and your hands and arms in